Hey everybody, welcome to AJS News. This is the first of 2 videos we've got for you today.
But first, an important new word from our sponsors.
Guys, I want to talk to you about something that's currently affecting millions of men. Maybe even you right now. Does this look familiar? How about this? Sticky sack attacks are serious issues, but you can prevent them. Get Manscaped's Boxers 2.0 so this doesn't happen to you. Don't let that happen to you. Get Manscaped Boxers 2.0. The jewel pouch will keep your sack up and cool and off your thighs. Your balls will thank you.
Protect those valuable huevos with Manscaped's new Boxers 2.0. Made from super breathable anti-chafe fabric. Get 20% off plus free international shipping by visiting manscaped.com/AngryJoeShow.
It's so hot outside you can fry an egg.
Well, yeah, don't fry your eggs and don't get them stuck to your leg.
No.
Check out the Boxers 2.0. That jewel pouch will keep them out of the way and nice and cool in that mesh. Also, check out the Lawnmower 4.0 as well.
Hey, Alex, what the hell has been going on for the past week in gaming?
A ton of stuff, actually. So, you know those arcade 1-up machines?
Yes, I like them. I thought about buying a few for my house, but I was like, how many times would I play it? And, then I got to buy the
Where we gonna
box that
put
they
it?
set them on. There's no room. My board games fucking take up the whole house. But I like those.
Yeah, there's a new one. This one's the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 cabinet. So this one's going to be insanely popular.
Yeah.
It's going to come with
I love
ton.
playing
It's
that.
8 classic games, so it's coming with Marvel vs. Capcom, Marvel's Capcom 2, Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Marvel
Nice,
Superheroes.
that's a cool one.
So it's a really cool one. This is one that, is a game that we used to play a ton growing up. So once I
Wasted
saw
tons
this
of
one,
quarters.
yeah,
Yep.
oh yeah, blowing through quarters like crazy. So that's kind of a cool thing that's coming out.
Yeah. Hey, a positive news story for once, right out the gate.
Yeah,
Thank
we're
you,
gonna
Alex.
keep that up. By the way, so Evo happened this weekend. There's a bunch of stuff. So there's a teaser, a Tekken teaser, and so people are like, is this Tekken 8? Is this a remake? What's happening here?
Yeah, the old school. It's an old version of Tekken, and then it flashes in it, and he's all new, improved, upgraded graphics. Eyes
ready.
glowing.
Smirk.
Yeah, so that's something that could potentially be coming, which is a big deal in the fighting game world. We also got a sneak peek at a new character in Street Fighter. We got Kimberly. So she's new.
I saw her.
And so looks pretty interesting.
She's really cool. I like the hair. They doing the crazy braids with her that fly, and the hair physics has definitely upgraded her game. And she's like sleek, fast. Looks like a good addition to the roster. And I'm coming around on the Street Fighter 6 style. It's really impressive in its own ways with the detail on that fighting. So I'm really looking forward to Street Fighter 6 and these new characters.
And for Quentin Tarantino and you other fans, Feet Jury is back as well. So if you were worried about, you people doing dirty stuff to video games. I mean, look, it's not that I made this stuff up. And they make sure to include that she's rubbing her feet on the dude's face and like lifting him out. So it's like, look, they know what they're doing and they know their audience. So if you were worried that you weren't going to have it,
Jury's back.
Rest assured. Dragon Ball Fighter Z and Samurai Showdown are actually getting rollback net code. This is a big announcement for people who play those games. So normally when you play online games in a fighting game, your input, the character doesn't do it until your opponent receives that. And that they call it mushy gameplay, where it feels like really laggy and your inputs aren't matching. And rollback netcode, it happens immediately, and then if it doesn't line up, it kind of rolls back to that point. And so it's still not the best because you are playing over an internet connection. Some people are on Wi-Fi, but it's better. It feels a little bit more crisp. And so people who've been playing this game, especially if you're playing online, this is a really big update for you. And I imagine people are going to be very, very happy that they've got that.
Talking about some fighting games, I found a story here that SNK has revealed a new Fatal Fury game, which is crazy. The last Fatal Fury game was 23 years ago, Fatal Fury Mark of the Wolves in 1999. what was that? Garo. That was I think a different one, but this one is going to be coming out soon. And if you don't know, it's the Terry Bogard, the trucker guy with the red hat. You remember that fighter guy? Yeah. Okay. So finally they'll be doing something. The City of Legends still breathes. Hungry Wolves back on the prowl. New Destiny hidden in darkness. So they got a new Fatal Fury Garo green lit, and I'm a big fan of Garo on Dreamcast, Mark of the Wolves. So I don't know how it will it continue some of the older guys, or will we get some of the newer cast? Because I used to play as Kim Dong Hwan, which is like he's the son of
All this talk about Dreamcast makes me want to go get one.
Dreamcast is sweet.
gonna
I
go
already
get
have.
Do they
one.
have the mini versions like with all of the other ones? I imagine.
No, there was a recent
like,
Sega
yeah,
Genesis
right?
2 that just came or is coming out in October, but I haven't heard of a mini Dreamcast. They should do it.
I mean,
I
I've
would
got
get it.
I've got a couple Raspberry Pi emulator things that we can just put some Dreamcast on. We'll
Why
figure that stuff
Why
out.
Sega won't release a Dreamcast Mini? There's articles on it and stuff, so it would be
Well,
too expensive.
I'm gonna make my
basically.
own, but with blackjack and hookers, and it's gonna be sweet.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we also got pictures of Spider-Man
Mm-hmm.
this week.
Give me pictures of Spider-Man.
Exactly. So PC screenshots of Spider-Man Remastered have leaked. And of course, they were all over Twitter and Reddit for a short period of time before a lot of the takedowns were. And it looks pretty good. So, I mean, those games are always really, really. I think those games are really fun. So I'm excited to be able to finally play them on PC. And there's you can really get some high system requirements. If you want like the ultimate ray tracing stuff, you need a 3080, you need 32 gigs of RAM, like you need a pretty beastly machine to get at the highest settings. So very excited to see what it looks like. So
Yeah.
that's some more good news.
Cool.
All right, let's get into the other types of news.
All right.
There's a study that finds that Belgium's loot box ban isn't being enforced at all, and the video game companies that should be banning, there should be no loot boxes, are still present in all of their
Yeah,
games.
because they're lazy. They're not going to
Yeah.
develop a game and then a Belgian version just because Belgian, did it. So they're just going to make it available on those app stores, and the app stores that have access, Belgium has access to those app stores, and they don't get the Belgian version of the game. Apex Legends has a Belgian version of the game. That's the one that I may or may not be playing.
Yeah, it's the great way, because then you get all of the you just get the right currency instead of the random crap. So 82% of the highest grossing iPhone games generated revenue through randomized monetization, which is against the law in the country. So this was a pretty in-depth study done, and it just shows that nothing's being done. And so the law is providing a false sense of security to politicians and consumers, thinking that if I hand this phone to my child, that they're not going to be able to do all these things, and they're worried about kids getting used to the whole, all the lights and the flashing and the things, when the gambling. Things.
We need to get that enforced, and unfortunately, the way it's not being taken seriously is because it's just kind of in Belgium, right? If more countries joined in, if the UK,
They're doing
if
the
the
whole
US,
Oh, it's
Canada,
self-regulated. We'll take care of it ourselves.
then they'll
It's
get
like,
serious
yeah.
about it.
Yeah, they don't care. They don't care at all. As of right now, the companies don't want to change it because they make so much money on this. Apple doesn't remove it because, remember, we talked about this a couple times. Apple makes more money than most video game companies.
Yeah.
Like they're like top 3 because they just make 30% of the things coming in through the iPhone store. So it's like they don't even want to get rid of this stuff. So it's here to stay. And I imagine this kind of regulation, even when it happens in the United States, is probably not going to do a whole lot.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it's not.
Blizzard has reportedly canceled a WoW spin-off MMO that they've spent the last 3 years in development. This was being made by
What?
NetEase, and this is a major project of theirs. Over 100 developers were working on it for the past 3 years.
I had no idea that was coming.
Yeah, and so according to Bloomberg, that it is canceled, and they are no longer going to be releasing it.
Probably was gonna be shit anyway. We're talking about a mobile fucking microtransaction stuffed game from NetEase. Good.
Yeah, so according to the Bloomberg report, the cancellation was due to a dispute between Blizzard and NetEase over terms, not the quality of the product. So they said it had nothing. They're just like they couldn't agree on things like that. So if you guys don't know, NetEase is the second largest video game company in China. They make they do a lot of things. They're a company that allows American companies to distribute in China because the government requires a Chinese company kind of facilitate the process. So that's kind of where NetEase fits in for Blizzard. So if you were excited for an MMO on your phone, stop. Just stop.
It's like shame on you, first of all.
More bad news for Blizzard. The numbers have come out that since March they've lost 11 million monthly players. This is a massive. I mean, we've been talking about this quite frequently that they're losing and constantly losing people.
Yeah, but they ain't got no games. I mean, that's gonna change in October.
Yes, and
Call of Duty,
Call of
Modern
Duty.
Warfare 2.
one of the biggest reasons that it looks to be going down is the last 2 years of Call of Duty have been disappointing. Black Ops was less disappointing than Vanguard, but Vanguard was massively disappointing. And honestly, Candy Crush is keeping them afloat because Candy Crush is on its way up, which is kind of sad. Everything else seems to be on its way down. Blizzard's been having trouble. They're down 28% total revenue year over year. And what was the other figure? 10 consecutive quarters without an increase in monthly active users for Blizzard, which means 10 quarters.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a long time for them to be losing players.
Go in that boardroom.
Go in that direction.
Well,
We reached 11 million.
yes.
It's, now what?
Another consecutive month of falling users.
Yeah. And so all they've got now is an Overwatch 1.5 coming out and expensive skins, and we'll have to see if that rescues them. But like you said, Call of Duty Modern
will
Warfare
rescue
2
them.
Part 2 is probably going to be very, very big for them. Now, one of the things that's kind of scared me about this is this article that comes from PC Gamer. Activision Blizzard earned more on mobile games last quarter than PC and consoles combined.
Oh,
So-
man, that's a bad trend. This is a bad trend. But, it's a trend that I actually am not surprised by because that's the case for EA's microtransactions and Ultimate Team modes and things like that. Even the greats like Mortal Kombat and NetherRealms, had dipped into that with their mobile Mortal Kombat, and they saw tons of revenue there. So, it's not surprising. Hopefully the companies continue to have a core AAA experience, but there's no doubt this encourages them to create more of that type of gotcha system in mobile games. It sucks. This is the world we're living in, and as our children are playing games, and then they're used to it. That's just the way games are when they grow up, and then their children. Boy, I don't know. I don't know what to think about those games.
7 types of currencies. And
You don't know what it is. Yeah, I mean, people are used to spending $20.
What do you mean, Dad? You didn't have any, you didn't have any iridium and binormium?
No, I bought the game. That's it. That was it. That was the game.
We all trace it back to fucking Oblivion and the goddamn horse DLC.
Horse armor.
It's a horrible thing to think about because you have falling user bases in Activision and in Blizzard, falling revenues and all these other things, and they just made over $100 million in Diablo Immortal in 2 months, and it's like this. The only game that's done that so far is like Pokemon Go, and so they're looking and seeing what is popular. And people are voting with their wallets. And if you are like us and you think that this isn't the direction that we necessarily need to be going in, we're getting outvoted. And so that's just the sad state of things. And we just have to hope
Stats are there.
that
Well, yeah, but we're going to fucking put up a fight as we go down and as we get older. So and we're
This is
holding
gonna
that
push
line.
you in the wheelchair.
'Cause
It's
they
like,
are
okay,
scared.
Old man, get out of here.
I
old
know,
man."
but once we're out of there, you're on your fucking own. But we are holding the line a little bit because they are scared. I mean, look at what happened with Star Wars Battlefront and Disney and EA and shit. So, there's certain stuff that gamers won't put up with. Now, if you're talking about sports gamers, they'll put up with anything. Yeah. They
we've
just
learned.
like a big old fat one right down their throat from me.
Yeah.
Yeah. They enjoy it. So it's sad because I really like football, but we're not getting a good football. Man's right around the corner. Can't wait for the most polished, bug-free.
It's gonna be bug free, everybody.
Well, the only thing I do like whenever
Bug, as in Bugs? Bugs Bunny's not in it? Oh, that's what they meant. Yeah,
yeah.
because multiverse.
the only thing I
coming
do
in.
like whenever the new man comes out is the Madden compilations of the glitches.
Yes.
And
of a
everything.
house showing
It
up in the
is
middle.
amazing.
Ryan Moody, look up his channel on YouTube.
Compilations are the best.
Yeah, cannot wait.
Better
for
have
that.
some good ones, Ryan.
All right, well, we got some major updates. The DC movie universe. It's a video game. Jason, we
Oh,
got
yes.
coming out. And
Yeah.
So, what happened?
Well, did you know that they have a 10-year plan?
Ooh,
'Cause it's I don't even think they would even have like an actor set. Do they even have any?
They don't even have the fucking Superman actors set a 10-year fucking
nothing
plan.
set.
They're just
But-
like, these are the franchises we want to focus on: Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman.
Ezra Miller will be in jail in 10 years, and I don't know what else.
No, don't. Delay it another 3 months because Alex said something about Ezra Miller, and then they delay it and delay it and delay it. The movie's like what, fucking June of next year? I don't want to wait that long for that piece of shit fucking goddamn Flash film just so
It
that
better
everybody
be
stops talking shit about Ezra.
It better be fucking amazing. But now,
No.
I'm just like, all right, it better be up here.
It's
Make
fucking
me
crazy. So the guy has me concerned. This is a David Zaslav.
Yeah, the CEO.
He's the new CEO after this merger. And I mean, he's the one that decided to obviously pull back Girl, not because of the quality, though I heard, in the test screenings, watch my video on that Angry Rant there. It was just awful anyway. They want to go big tentpole releases, 10-year plan, but they won't release anything that's garbage. So what happens if DC has like a shitty Thor Dark World? They're just not going to release it and they're going to cancel it and do a tax write-off. Well, then if that was the case, then their storyline through lines aren't going to make any sense. And I don't know. I don't know if I have confidence in this David guy because look, he was the unscripted boss, unscripted. That's the content that they like, right? And they actually are going to de-emphasize scripted content, I heard.
Ooh.
Why? Because this motherfucker was in charge of Naked and Afraid.
I like that show.
90 Day
I like that show.
Fiance.
I've never watched that one.
And this motherfucker making too many of these goddamn fucking
Real
reality
Housewives of Metropolis.
pieces of shit. I don't know. And what is the layoffs you heard?
Yeah, so there are rumors of massive layoffs at HBO Max to the tune of 70% reduction in staff.
Jesus Christ.
And then there's a lot of rumors going around right now. According to some fairly credible sources, they're discussing whether to cancel Gotham Knights, a TV show, and a bunch of other things that have been going on.
Please, because that thing is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I've seen the trailer. I would want you to put the trailer here, but I think we're going to get copyright
Let's
claims.
see what I can
It's
do.
just so shit. Yeah, put my overlay over it, double reverse it, black and white.
They're just like half of
It
it
is.
gone or something.
It is so bad. It's like let's do Gotham without Batman. They actually did that, and it sort of worked. Not for me, but now let's do Gotham without Batman. Let's kill Batman, and let's not do any major characters, and let's focus on some little teens, and let's focus on a character that was living with Bruce, who wasn't Robin, who's just some random teenager guy who all of a sudden cares about the fact that Bruce died.
He's adopted.
And
And they're just
they're-
making up characters, and then it's just like, what the fuck are you doing?
CW. And then they're all in high school, and then they'll go through bullying. Coming of age. Yeah, please cancel that shit. And we're not talking about the video game. We're talking about the CW TV series. But I don't think it's going to get canceled because it's like CW has some kind of
Pact with the devil?
incriminating evidence on somebody at WB that they can't take away the licenses from CW to just continue to embarrass DC characters. And then when they get a good show like The Flash, I mean, did you hear The
Or
Flash is
Arrow.
also canceled?
Yeah.
Flash is canceled now, and the Flash or Arrowverse
Fuck,
is
man,
basically
everything.
over. So, I mean, I think that was probably going to be a one-hit wonder. Or one universe wonder, and
I think it made 9 seasons on The Flash. I mean, those. The
Yeah.
CW shows always
It should
start
be
off in
over.
like an okay spot because they had a plan for the first year, and then after that they're like, "What do we do?" It's like, well, let's make all the characters fall in love with the other characters and it'll be miserable.
Right now I see David Zaslav as a villain. I don't think that he's the Kevin Feige. He doesn't know shit about this stuff. In my opinion, he's a cost cutter. He was really only in charge of like a $250 million merger. So I don't really see how he has the chops for all this. But okay,
He brought in Alan
fine.
Horn though, and so
Wow.
So Alan Horn was Kevin Feige's former boss.
Yeah,
and so he's like, I brought in the guy who was in charge of the guy that made everything. It's like I don't think it directly translates that way.
Now, my tune will change if David Zaslav is like, look, here's what we need to do. We're going to get Henry Cavill back. We're going to give him a sequel.
we're gonna get The
Then he turns
Bachelor.
from villain From zero to hero.
No,
David, you listening?
More likely he's
You
want
want to be a hero in the Angry Joe Show's eyes?
Bruce Wayne, Bachelor.
Hmm?
So it's gonna be the Bachelor.
Oh, The Bachelor with Bruce Wayne. Gotcha.
I watched that show.
Yeah, and one of the contestants is like all the villains
All the
that are
villainesses,
like
yeah.
in disguises. So there's like a bayonet and
I don't. That's not an image I want in my brain.
Yeah,
Be like,
bayonet
no,
in a
no,
dress,
no,
and
no.
then we have an Ivy
Croc.
and Croc as well too. Cool. I'd watch it.
Yeah. No thanks.
DC Universe is in a
in
obviously
shambles.
it's in shambles. And then telling people you have a 10-year plan means fucking nothing. It's like, oh, so you're doing your fucking job. Oh, okay, thank you for telling us that you're doing something. I mean, as if you didn't have a plan earlier. No, you had a fucking plan earlier, and you fucked it up.
I don't even believe.
And you're just going to, does this mean you're not going to fuck up the plan? If you say, hey, we're not going to fuck up our next plan, then I'll feel better.
We have a plan. Is it a good one? No.
No. But it is
We have a
a
plan.
plan.
What's his 10-year
I also
plan? Not
ran
to
into
die?
a news story real quick that I saw that says Dwayne Johnson is going to be an advisor role to DC films. And I believe exclusive. Dwayne Johnson becoming advisor to DC Studios. That was 4 hours ago. And does he know his comics? Like, I do know he has passion for Black Adam, and I do know he has passion for Superman. So, to me, that's a positive story because I think he will. But here's the crazy thing. I can't confirm it, but I think I read that Dwayne Johnson, his agent, is the same agent for Henry Cavill. So it doesn't make any fucking sense that he hasn't been able to work out something with Henry Cavill to return as Superman, especially if he's going to be in some kind of advisor role and he's constantly fucking, advocating for Black Adam versus Superman. And then when he made a stupid comment at Comic-Con that got booed, he's like, it depends on who plays Superman. Maybe if you really examine those words in that sentence, maybe that means that he was trying to create hype, and there's talks behind the scenes that Henry might be. You know what I mean? Like, just why does that? It depends on who. No, it doesn't depend on who's playing Superman. Like, think about it. It's like, okay, so if Henry was playing, does that mean that you would beat him, or does that mean that it would be a hard battle? Or if this new person, let's just call him Rando Man, shows up to play Superman, then that means that it's a stupid way to hype your audience, you know what I mean, or your fans. I don't understand it. And what I think it's referencing is that there's talks behind the scenes on who will be playing Superman, and that has me worried, and he would be privy to it if anybody else would be. So
I don't think they have the same agent.
No,
I'm
they don't
looking
have
it
the
up,
same agent. That might have been a rumor.
I'm more in the mindset of like if it hasn't happened, it's not gonna
I think he's aged out. I think if they find a new Superman,
like,
that they're
as
gonna
much
want
as
someone.
I wanted to fucking happen more than anyone.
Aged out? Do you know how fucking old Dwayne Johnson is?
You
Nah,
think-
fuck that.
Yeah,
Nope.
I think Dwayne
He's not
Johnson-
aged out.
Yeah, I think Henry, for sure he's aged out. I
No,
mean,
dude.
If they want to find a Superman, they're not going to do a one-shot with him.
Dwayne is 50 years old.
Yes.
Okay. And you could do plenty with Henry Cavill as an older Superman. Henry is 39. You got a 50-year-old playing Black Adam, and you're telling me you can't have a 39-year-old Superman? I would love... You know what? Fine. You want to recast Superman? Fine! Just fucking make Superman films, but you bring back Henry Cavill and you do Kingdom Come. You give him the fucking black and red and blue suit and do a fucking Kingdom Come film, and he returns gloriously to the Superman role. That's the only way I accept it. You want to talk about aged out? We're going to Kingdom Come.
They're going to find an actor and they can milk for 15 years if it works. And
10 years.
Kingdom Come.
10-year plan.
10-year plan. The 10-year plan is find a Superman and milk him for 10 years.
Yes.
So
He's 39. He'll be 49, as old as Black Adam is right now. He's fine.
Again,
It's
I
fine.
want it to happen, but like if it
Yeah.
hasn't happened now, it's.
You shut your mouth, Joe. It's happening behind the scenes as we speak, so we support it until they announce it and a nuclear explosion happens in fucking Austin, Texas.
And I hate that The Rock is an advisor because I don't think actors deserve to. The last time we had an actor like shove their fucking
Picard.
it's Picard, right? Like, and I fucking hated that shit. The Rock is not a comic book guy. He is a business guy, and he's an actor, an entrepreneur. do your fucking weird energy drinks that no one wants to buy. Like, do your own other shit. But we need people who are competent. That this is their only job to focus to bring DC back. Otherwise, we're gonna have all these other fucking people continue.
Dwayne, don't listen to Alex. We got your back, man. Don't worry about it. Just make Superman happen. If you fucking betray me, I will fucking ruin you.
Yeah,
jabroni.
Yeah. No, keep the PG-13 anti-hero movies coming, dude. It'll be great. Everyone's gonna
Worked
love
out well for Venom.
it. Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. All right.
Cool.
Anything else you guys want to talk about?
That's about it.
Well,
That's nice one to end on.
yeah.
More Henry, please.
Yeah, more Henry, please.
We're
More
gonna get him in The
Superman.
Witcher. We're gonna get him in look,
Superman,
Yeah,
please.
but
Sentry. Cast him as Sentry. It would be fucking cool.
No.
All right. Well, check out Manscaped. They've got Boxers 2.0. They've got the new the Lawnmower 4.0. There's a ton of stuff in there to take care of yourself. It's really great stuff.
All right, guys. Thank you all for watching. Watch video 2 coming up now, and we will see you on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys.